I'm Paria. If you are watching this video, chances are that you are a high achiever with a perfect on paper job title and income, but recently you have felt like you have lost your spark. You feel unfulfilled and maybe even have lost touch with your ambition and confidence. And you know that something needs to change for you to feel more energized and at peace. Through my 3-step method, I'm gonna help you get clarity on what is next for you in your career and in your life. I will also reconnect you with your ambition and your confidence, and I will teach you how to put that ambition and that inner drive into the good use, into the right direction, so you can create lasting success that is also fulfilling, that feels good from within, without risking your well-being. I help you design your next career and life chapter, whatever that might mean for you. Maybe getting best out of your current job, prepping for a new role or promotion, or even starting something of your own. You learn how to create sustainable success systematically, working with your values, priorities, confidence, building better habits, setting boundaries, and balance in work and life so you can embrace all sides of you. I will also help you build a system for taking consistent action and making real progress on your goals, not only just now and at this stage of life, but for years to come. It isn't a quick fix. It's the same best practices that world known self-billionaires, top performers, and champions like Michael Phelps, the top medalist, use to achieve their goals and to step into their next level. And before moving forward, I want to tell you that this is not for you if you prefer to stay in your comfort zone, even if it means that you stay unfulfilled and unsatisfied. This isn't for you if you're looking for quick hacks and magic and you're not prepared to proactively work to design your next level. Or if you are happy to complaining and to keep reflecting and learning about yourself, increase your self-awareness, but you avoid taking action. This method is for you if you know that the cost of inaction is much higher than going out of your comfort zone and investing in yourself. And although you may feel scared, uncertain, overwhelmed right now, you know that you are willing to take the first courageous step to change things, to move forward and to make progress. And it is especially for you if you have tried courses, therapy, podcasts, workbooks, and tutorials, but they didn't work the way you wanted them to, and you need it. They helped you increase your knowledge and self-awareness, but didn't help you put that knowledge into use and take action and move forward. If you are tired of carrying everything alone and you are ready to get systematic, strategic, and practical support by someone who understands where you are and has walked the walk herself, then this is for you. I don't just promise you fast results in 12 weeks. I help you build a system that makes those results your new normal, making confident decisions quickly, leading yourself through moments of doubt and fear, taking consistent actions on your goals without getting distracted by external expectations and responsibility, and without losing your well-being. Also, without giving into your old patterns and even getting distracted by your own idea generation that can scatter your attention or energy. I help you design your lifestyle. What do I mean by that? It means your daily processes, routines, habits, and tools that you can put in use, and in a way that you're not relying on your discipline or motivation to move forward. The money, time, and energy that you save during these 12 weeks working together will already cover your investment, but the real value lies in skills, systems, and tools that keeps you successful and fulfilled for years to come without burning out and without losing yourself. So in 12 weeks, I help you make a doubt-free and confident decision about your path, about your next step, make a concrete and actionable roadmap for your future and start implementing it too. And after that, the system we design and implement for you keeps this progress in motion. And I guarantee it with love it or leave it guarantee that I have. And I promise 3 key outcomes for you. Using my signature career and lifestyle design tools, I help you get crystal clear about what can actually bring you fulfillment, both short term and long term. Not what you should want, not what your education or current career path and career tells you, not what your parents, partners, or society expects from you, but what feels meaningful and energizing for you. Once we know your direction, we remove what has been in the way of you taking action, preventing you from making real progress. You get science-based and tested tools to overcome your perfectionism, imposter syndrome, doubts, fears, and other pitfalls that high achievers like you fall into. Micro tools that are actionable even for the busiest high achievers. This is the step that your identity begins to shift. You move from someone who feels stuck and overwhelmed and undecisive into someone who knows she can trust herself to make clear decisions and follow through by taking on what truly matters. And finally, when you have the clarity and a mind and habits that supports that, we turn it into concrete steps and tangible progress. We design a realistic action plan with clear priorities that help you test your next steps and changes you want to implement in your personal and professional life safely and intelligently without risking what you have built so far, without risking your peace or your financial stability. And we implement the digital systems that build the foundation for your progress for years to come. This is where everything changes because you're no longer just creating ideas and daydreaming and planning and analyzing. You're actually making progress without the need to put more hours or sacrifice your weekends or evenings. A repeatable system, a way of approaching every big decision and goal for the rest of your life. Why can I make such a bold promise? Because I have done it for myself for the last 2 decades to move from Middle East to Europe and start building my life from zero and move from academia to tech corporate industry and then start my 7-figure tech consulting business and finally my thriving coaching passion business. And I have done it for my clients over and over again. My signature method is based on both my coaching skills, but also my Ph.D. research and 2 decades of experience in corporate tech and working with design and innovation. I'm not your typical life or career coach. I bring science-based innovation and design tools from my Ph.D. in design and innovation that is used in top tech companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, Spotify to create profitable, irresistible products. And I teach you how to use the same tools to make progress on your goals, to design your life and career. I'm not teaching you mindset fluff or career success and productivity theories that doesn't fit the realities of your life. I bring not only my skill sets, but also lived experiences and learnings from my own non-linear, unique personal and professional path, where I went from a silenced, anxious girl in a small town in the Middle East to a woman with unshakable confidence, to designing and living my dream life in Europe, starting literally from zero. 18 years ago, when I moved to Sweden, I couldn't even imagine getting a Ph.D., meeting the love of my life, building a 7-figure consulting business, and working at my dream company, Spotify, and later even start a business in coaching, which has been my passion since my teenage years. It felt beyond possible, not even imaginable for me. But it happened step by step using the same method that I'm going to teach you. This happened all while staying true to myself and following my other passions like running, poetry, and generating podcasts in literature and winning awards in those domains as well. And I always tell my clients, if I could, you can too. If you are here and you are watching this video up to this point, you have what it takes. It's just a matter of leading yourself, having the right support, the right strategy and tools that can help you create the future that you have in mind. I know exactly how it feels to be where you are and what it needs to take you from this state to clarity on your next steps and tangible progress and results. I have walked the walk myself, and I will be in the trenches with you when you are taking your steps. And this is evident from my client results. Like my client Mercy, a senior marketing manager who landed her dream job after learning how to prioritize her own goals and needs and overcome procrastination even when her calendar was full, back-to-back meetings. Now her talents are finally recognized and well compensated in her dream job. Or Daria, a multi-passionate C-suite leader in tech who learned how to fully embrace her power and voice as an authentic leader without risking her well-being and seeing results already from first week working together, and started taking consistent and focused action toward her vision for her own growth as a leader and her team and the company as well, doubling her performance during the time that we were working together. Or Rachel, a senior tech leader and founder who moved from overwhelm and indecisiveness and decision paralysis about her career choices to picking a path that felt smart and in alignment with her long-term life vision. All this only 3 weeks after working together. Or Alice, an entrepreneurial mom who also has a dream of starting her own business. With her, one of the most important results of working together was implementing the systems and tools that helped her not only make progress on her goals and dreams about her business, but also feel more structured in her personal life without lowering her standards for her kids. She learned where her time and money was being wasted and started reducing this waste drastically only after two weeks working together. Also, a talented concept artist who came to me with 2 big goals. Short term, she knew that she wants to land a more exciting job in the art industry, and long term, she dreams of having her own business. After working together, she saw big improvements in her self-confidence and increased her productivity and focus as well, learning how to stay focused on her top priorities and without being caught up in her perfectionism. Another client of mine, Sarah, a powerful sales executive in a corporate job, came to me since she knew that she's ready for her next level at the job that she currently has. She knew that she's not living up to her talent and standards. Working together, we not only brought back purpose, focus, and structure to her work to build the foundation for her career progress for years to come, but also worked specifically with perfectionism, imposter syndrome, and self-confidence as a young and talented sales executive. We designed strategies for her to show up at work more authentically and increased her visibility strategically without the need to prove herself through extra hours. We also set her new healthy routines on the personal side so that she can create this lasting success without burning out and without sacrificing the family time or sports that has been one of her passions since teenage years. Or Anna, another client of mine who has a corporate job as a project manager but dreams of building her own art business. During our work together, not only she learned how to create more focus and space, but also how to overcome her doubts and fears and start taking action on her business dream. And big part of it was learn how to stay focused and motivated on her dream when no one around her got it. She also learned how to stop procrastinating on taking action and hiding behind courses and certificates, because she learned that she doesn't need more certificates in order to move towards her business dream and creating her own business. It was about taking action on what really matters and moving toward that goal. And you see, this method has created results for high achievers like you, no matter if they wanted to increase their balance and performance where they are today, or to change roles and paths, or even build something of their own. If you have already heard enough, simply scroll down and click on the button to book a free strategy call with me and take your first step here today. I will walk you through how the process works, and we will see if this coaching is the right fit for you. And don't worry, this isn't a typical sales call. If I realize that you are not a good fit for this coaching and this method, I will not simply sell it to you. Thanks to the guaranteed outcomes and love it or leave it guarantee that I have, I only get the clients that I know we can create the results for. If you want to understand why this method works and creates results so quickly, here is the reason. Most high achievers, including myself, once upon a time, create careers and lifestyles that is expected of them. You have been conditioned since childhood to perform at your best and not to accept lower standards or quality, and to say yes all the time, thinking this way of being will necessarily lead to fulfillment. You've spent your whole life doing the right thing. Good grades, going to good university, prestigious universities, high-paying job, good title that is shiny on LinkedIn, your parents brag about, and your friends maybe envy. But you have ended up somewhere feeling that you're unfulfilled and unhappy, despite all this external success and these labels that you have and this income that you have. Maybe you even feel exhausted and overwhelmed at times. Mornings bring anxiety and not excitement to go to work, and Sundays feel like countdown to that dread to going back to work. And you ask yourself, is that it? All the hard work that I did, is that it really? And you feel like you are ready for something, but you have not been taking action. This happens because you are trapped in what I call an autopilot life, forgetting to pause, to look within and understand what is that you want? What is that bring you excitement and joy? And how you can live true to yourself and your capabilities and your talents. And one of the traps that many high achievers fall into is that they feel like if they push forward, if they work harder and deliver better performance and hit this and that target, they're going to finally feel fulfilled and things will shift and change. So you pour your 200% to your current job. You over deliver, overwork, take on too much, so many responsibilities, and hoping that one day you will finally feel competent, fulfilled, and ready enough to make a change, or maybe suddenly feel fulfilled. You might even gaslight yourself, thinking this is adulting. Who loves their job? That's how adults do, right? And the results of it is that you feel exhausted and drained. When you come home, you have no headspace, no energy left to think strategically about your future or your other passions or how to really get out of this cycle. So you have just enough energy to recover on the sofa. I understand it because I have been there. Or maybe you're even guilty of numbing your pain through spending. You splurge on luxury goods, designer handbags, watches, jewelry, and clothing because you want to escape that feeling that you have within with these quick fixes, something that brings you some joy for a short-lived moment. All to justify not making a change. All to justify staying in your comfort zone, even if it means you're unsatisfied and unfulfilled. And you tell yourself, I deserve this. I deserve to spend money on myself. I've worked so hard for this money. But you fail to invest in something that brings you long-term fulfillment and helps you get out of this autopilot cycle that you are in. And you know deep down, if you keep doing this, you are risking your well-being, you are risking burnout, and you're risking waking up in your 60s feeling like, where did my life go? That's what happens to most high achievers, including myself once. You end up with a shiny title and income, maybe even a job that was once your dream, like me, working as a senior researcher at Spotify. But sometimes we even outgrow our own dreams. And that's okay, that's part of growing. When you suddenly are in this state, you feel like you are living someone else's version of success, even if that someone is your past self. And you know that if you don't change anything, you will forget your dreams. Maybe even sides of you that makes you who you are. And you will risk having this constant and working in a way that is not true to your capabilities and your desires, and having this performance mask on all the time. And that's draining and that's exhausting to be in that state. And that's where my career and lifestyle design approach comes in, to make this change possible for you, to make it possible for you to break that cycle and step into your next chapter, whatever that might be for you, finding your spark and ambition at the job that you currently have, or maybe aiming for another role, another path, or even starting something of your own. Teaching you to be the designer of your life and be in the driver's seat instead of reacting to your calendar, to back-to-back meeting, and reacting to your fears and doubts and overwhelm. Instead, proactively moving forward and take action and create results for yourself. And that is the difference between a high achiever who has a systematic, proven approach to create lasting and fulfilling success, a new way of problem solving, a new way of setting these systems as support for you, instead of being buried under responsibilities and being stuck in the survival mode so much that nothing is left, no headspace, no energy, no time for you to focus on your own needs, your goals, values, and dreams for the future. And it doesn't rely only on you performing at your top, at your 100% all the time, or being motivated and even disciplined all the time to get results. This is a system that works even on days that you feel down, when your motivation drops, when life happens, because this is part of life. Those days happens for all of us. And because this new way of thinking and the systems around it are combined with breaking your top blockers, the results come fast. You learn to break the most common patterns high achievers carry, like perfectionism, imposter syndrome, procrastination, and self-sabotage, and much more. If you're thinking that this is exactly what I want, but still kind of resisting to take action and book that call with me, thinking that I wish I could, but I just don't have time. I'm swamped by work and life, and I don't have the energy or the headspace to put into this coaching. Let me tell you something. All the work we do together is to shift your calendar, is to shift and structure your days, habits, and routines so you open up time and space for you and for your future. Time and space you didn't know you have. Plus, the truth is that when you start applying these micro tools that help you rewire your brain and break your old narratives and blockers and patterns like perfectionism or indecisiveness, you stop losing your energy in this constant struggle and in this constant chase and proving yourself. And instead, you use that energy, put that energy into something that matters, something that will help you get closer to your goals. So you are showing up much more efficiently and effectively in your life and at work. So time is created, the space is created for you, for your needs, and for creating this change. And if you are thinking that this all sounds interesting, Paria, but I'll do it when I feel more ready, when I've done a bit of more research, I want to get brutally honest with you. That moment will never come. How many opportunities have you lost so far by waiting, by thinking you need more information, you need to plan better, you need to analyze a little bit more? That's your high achieving brain working against you. That's a type of self-sabotage that many high achievers like you have, that I call productive delay. And big part of us working together is actually breaking that pattern so that you can move forward with confidence and clarity, even when you feel unready, even when you feel like you're doubtful and you have fear. And imagine how much time and energy this skill will save you in the future. And if you are thinking, this feels kind of uncomfortable, I'm not used to spending money on myself, investing in myself and my future, I'm not surprised. It's so common among high achievers. It was the case for me before I started realizing that instead of objects, I can invest in myself, in my mentorships and coaching. That really transformed my life. We high achievers are used to prioritizing others. We are so good at understanding what others around us, our bosses, our partners, our parents, our kids want. And when it comes to our own needs and our own future, we pause. We kind of resist to take that step for ourselves. And I understand it. I've been there myself. And this is also something that you will learn during this coaching. You will learn how to really listen to your own needs, to really understand what those needs even are. Because some of us, we don't even know what those needs are for us. We have never looked at life and our careers like that. So that's a skill that you will also learn during this coaching. So you learn to look within, to understand what is that you need, what is that can bring you that fulfillment and peace and energy, and also go after it, create it for yourself. And taking this call with me can be your very next step. And as I said, this is not a typical sales call. As you have seen from my results, I only accept clients that I know they are a good fit for this approach. So if I see that you are not ready for this coaching, if this method is not for you, I simply am not gonna sell it to you. I just want you to know that these people, Daria, Sophia, Alice, Anna, Sarah, and Marzi, those who got these results that today I talked about, they are not unicorns. They are high achievers like you that came to me in the moments of overwhelm, indecisiveness, maybe feeling even stuck, feeling like something needs to change. And they also were scared to take that step, but they did, and they got these results. And this can be you getting these results. And your picture and your name can be here next time with the results that you deserve to have and the future that you deserve to create for yourself. And I will guarantee it with love it or leave it guarantee that I have. And I hope that you listen to what your gut is telling you right now. If what I talked about today sparked something within you, then go ahead and book that call with me, and let's start there. Let's talk about how this process works, and if this is something for you, and this is something that will get you closer to those dreams and that next chapter in your personal and professional life.